Hey guys, welcome to the video on negative and zero exponents. I hope that investigation made sense and you guys found some cool properties about zero and negative exponents, but just in case, since I'm not here, I wanted to make sure you got the right rules. All right, so rule number one is the zero exponent rule, and this is the easy one. Anything raised to the zero power is always equal to, I hope you guys found 1. All right, so let's do some examples. 5 to the 0 power would be 1. Negative 2 to the 0 power would be 1. And actually, just a note on that one, if you forget the parenthesis, you're actually going to get it wrong. This is different than if you did not have a parenthesis. That would be negative 1. So just a heads up, whenever you guys have parentheses, make sure you put them in the calculator, because if it's on the outside, it's really saying, well, 2 to the 0 power is 1, but then it's negative. So that would be negative 1. This is just the whole thing becoming 1. Now this one, only this piece here, p to the 0 power, only that is 1. But you're still left with 3 m to the 4th. All right, so make sure it's not always that the whole thing is 1, it's only the thing to the 0 power. And then 3 times 1 is just 3, so you don't have to write the 1. All right, so that's the first rule. And then the second thing you guys explored was negative exponents, and these can be a little bit trickier. So let's see if you got the rule. If the exponent was negative, did you guys notice it became like a fraction or like it went to the denominator? And if you guys know that Snoop Dogg song, Drop It Like It's Hot, that's the way that we remember these rules. So I'm going to sing it for you, sorry. If the exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Do you guys know that song? It's with like Snoop Dogg and I don't know, Pharrell's in it or something. If the exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. But then, if it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top, bring it to the top, bring it to the top. All right, so those are the rules. If it's negative, you drop it to the denominator. If it's already in the denominator, then you bring it up to the numerator. But I kind of like that song. And then here's a couple rules that go with it. The base and the exponent must move together. When you move it, the exponent becomes positive. Any term without a negative exponent stays put. Do not move it. And then if everything moves, you replace it with a 1. All right, let's try some of these because these can be a little bit tougher. So number 1, if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. And the base and the power need to travel together. So they are now in the denominator. And since they both moved, you need to replace it with a 1. Okay, so this one, a lot of these rules happened. The base and the exponent must move together. They have to travel together. When you move it, the exponent becomes positive. So when I brought it down, it becomes positive. This one didn't apply. If everything moves, you need to put a 1 to show that it's in the denominator now. All right, so that's it for that one. All right, now number 2, if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, but we only want to drop the base and the power. All right, so the d to the 5 drops, and remember when you drop it, it becomes positive, but then there's still a 2. Okay, so this rule, any term without a negative exponent stays where it is. So that 2 is going to stay where it is. It's not going to drop. And we'll see some more of those. All right, number 3 now, if it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. So now this guy's got to travel together and move to the top. And again, when you move, the exponent becomes positive. So this will just be t squared. Now you can put the 1. That's okay. 1 t squared. We moved it to the top. Now number 4, we've got a double. We've got if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, but then we also have if it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. Okay, so we got a double swap here. And this 3 is going to stay put. All right, so what do we have? We have a 3. Now the k, we're going to bring it to the top, and it becomes positive. And the p, we're going to drop it to the bottom, and it becomes positive. But they have to travel together. Okay, now I want you guys to pause the video. All right, so please pause it. I want you to try some of these on your own. And when you think you're done, hit play again and check your answers. All right, so hopefully you guys paused it. And now I'm going to work through some of these. All right, number 1, if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. And they have to travel together and become positive. But since you moved everything, you do need to put a 1, showing that it's now in the denominator. All right, number 2, very similar. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So it's going to go in the denominator and become positive. And again, since we moved everything, we do need to put a 1 on top. All right, number 3. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, but don't move the 6. You only move the base and its power, and anything without a negative exponent stays put. So we're going to keep the 6. All right, so that's that one. Only the x negative 3 drops. Now number 4, negative exponent's going to drop. This one has a positive exponent, so it's going to stay put. So we're going to keep the a3 on top, but the b5 will drop. So only the negative powers drop. Same thing with number 5. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. The 2 is going to stay where it is. So the 2 is going to stay in the bottom, and the a3 is going to drop. Now, since there's nothing left on top, we do need to put a 1. All right, number 6. They're both negative. If they're both negative powers, they both drop. And when they drop, they become positive 3 and positive 2. And since they both dropped, we do need a 1. All right, number 7. Kind of the same idea. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. Now the P2 is positive, so it's going to stay where it is. All right, so the P2 is going to stay, but the Z3 is going to drop and become positive. And since nothing's left on top, we need that 1. And then last one, number 3, if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, but don't touch the 5. So the 5 is going to stay on top, but the x squared becomes positive when we drop it. All right, and I'll be back on Thursday to review this with you guys, but I hope that made sense. Thanks for watching.